What is going on today, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a great day. As always, we're bringing you guys back for another video on the channel. Today we're going to be continuing the topic of the brakes. I just want to give y'all a full overview of what all we did do on the braking system to attempt to fix the issue, and what actually fixed the issue that I think, because I actually, funny story, I don't actually know what really fixed the braking issue. I know that I did have a vacuum leak. Anyways, to get started, guys, to go over everything that we did, basically we replaced everything in the whole brake system pretty much. So the calipers were rebuilt when we got them powder coated. We obviously put new brake lines on the truck, all the steel braided stuff everywhere, as you can see there. Steel braided Russell front and back. So I've got steel braided Russell lines on the front and the back. The only thing in the whole system that I didn't replace was the actual hard lines from the factory that go from the ABS pump, you know, to each corner and to the master cylinder. So that's the only stuff that I didn't replace. But the ABS pump, we ended up replacing that. We replaced the master cylinder twice, done the brake proportioning valve. We did the booster twice. I even bled the ABS pump with the scanner, like the professional scanner. Did that twice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Even added a supplemental vacuum pump. Yeah, even tried to replace the factory vacuum pump with a used one. Didn't change anything, but I mean, at least the good thing is my whole brake system is replaced, so shouldn't have to worry about anything going bad anytime soon, I hope. After replacing the ABS pump, that was kind of like the last thing in line that we could replace in the system to hopefully get it to do better, and it still didn't. So like I said, we did the second master cylinder after that, and it still didn't change anything. So we're like, all right, maybe because it started to feel like I had a vacuum leak. Anytime my supplemental vacuum pump would run and I had my foot on the pedal, it would sink as I was holding it, but when it stopped running, it would get firm. So this led me to believe that I actually had a vacuum leak. Come to find out, I think I did, because we had chopped up the hose, the hose that goes from the intake to the booster. We kind of chopped it up and put a T-split in it, because the supplemental vacuum pump, there's two ways that you can do this. So this was the first way we did it. You got the vacuum side of the pump down at the bottom, and it goes up into the T, and you have a check valve on the left side. So you got a hose going from your intake to the check valve, and then into the T and into the booster, and one hose from the vacuum pump. So we did that at first, and we had like basically the hose cut up and different size hoses. It didn't really work out how it should have. So I think we ended up causing a vacuum leak there. What we did was took and replaced the hose that goes from the intake to the booster, and just ran it straight from the intake to the booster like factory, and my brakes actually got better. So my pedal stopped getting that like brick wall effect, because on my pedal you could hit it once and it'd be good, twice is okay, and then on the third time it'd go down and just be like a freaking stomping on a brick. So once we put the vacuum straight onto the booster from the intake, it got rid of that. So I went out and drove it, and the only thing I noticed is like on acceleration and stuff, if I try to hit the brakes like right after accelerating, your engine loses vacuum when you're accelerating, so at least your booster does. Right after accelerating, if I tried to hit the brakes, I'd have that little bit of stiff pedal. So what we're actually gonna do is hook the booster up, or sorry, not the booster, the supplemental vacuum pump, essentially like hooking up a factory pump. So you got your brake booster, just don't worry about this reservoir thing, don't need that. So you got a hose from your booster to the vacuum side of the vacuum pump, and then the exhaust side goes into the intake side of your vacuum, which goes to your motor. So we're gonna actually hook up the vacuum pump like that, just to keep my supplemental vacuum. That way I'll always have vacuum, even when accelerating low speeds, whenever. But other than that, my brakes have been doing good. I also think since I've been driving, you know, my work truck and my car besides this truck, I think I kind of expected the brakes to work better than they actually do. But I gotta kind of remember that this is a 20-year-old truck. It's on 35s, 24s, and it has, you know, stock size rotors and calipers, but they're drilled and slotted. So I just got to keep that in mind, that this thing's not going to stop. Like, it's not going to lock the wheels down and stop on a dime, because it is a heavy truck. My driving habits, you know, not following too close, stuff like that keeps me safe anyway. So, but the brakes are fixed, so they're working good, and I'm ready to get this thing back on the road. I'm excited. I mean, I've already been driving it, obviously, but I want to get some miles on it just to make sure everything's going to work right before I take it on long trips and stuff like that. Yeah, we got brakes, guys, so that's good. This problem's been going on forever, and I think it was actually much more simple than what we thought. I think, honestly, I kind of think from the beginning it may have just been a vacuum leak, because I was getting that stiff pedal. I think it was either a vacuum leak, or I could have been having issues with the booster, but I don't really know for sure. But it is fixed now, and like I said, whole brake system's been replaced, everything almost twice, so definitely don't have to worry about the brake system anytime soon. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to hop in and throw this little update video out there on the brakes. Plenty of more content coming on the truck soon. I've got some big plans, some exciting news in this area, which y'all definitely see in probably the next video or two. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Drop any comments you might have down below, any questions, any video ideas, stuff like that. I'm gonna try to keep up more on the video recommendations that I have gotten in the past, stuff like that. Go ahead and put those ideas into action. And hit that subscribe button if y'all did enjoy. Maybe stick around for some more future content, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.